Title:
Hey there,
The
little one.
Millionaire's
What's the
Baby
matter?
and the Kind Maid.
See?
In
No
a
scary
grand
gloves
mansion
here.
in California,
You're not just a boy.
lived a millionaire named Mr. Thompson, known for his wealth and philanthropy. He had a beautiful home filled with luxurious furnishings and a large staff to maintain it. Among them was Maria, a kind-hearted maid who had recently moved to America from a small village. One day, while dusting the living room, Maria heard the sound of a baby crying. She rushed in to find Mr. Thompson's baby, Alex, in distress. The little one was scared, overwhelmed by the grandeur of his surroundings. Maria, with her warm smile and gentle nature, approached him slowly. "Hey there, little one," she cooed softly. "What's the matter?" As she reached out to him, Alex looked up, his big eyes filled with tears. Suddenly, he burst into loud cries at the sight of her cleaning gloves, mistaking them for something frightening. Maria quickly removed her gloves and knelt down, showing her bare hands. "See? No scary gloves here," she said, wiggling her fingers. Alex paused, his curiosity piqued. Slowly, he reached out, and Maria took his tiny hand in hers, offering comfort. From that day on, a beautiful bond formed between Maria and Alex. Whenever she cleaned, he would crawl after her, giggling and playing. Mr. Thompson noticed this change and was amazed at how happy Alex had become. One afternoon, he overheard Maria telling Alex stories about her village back in Mexico, stories of simple joys, like picking fresh fruit and playing with animals. Inspired, Mr. Thompson decided to take his family to visit Maria's village, believing it would enrich their lives. The trip was eye-opening. They saw the beauty of a life less complicated, full of love and laughter. Upon returning to America, Mr. Thompson made it his mission to support the village by funding schools and health centers. Maria continued to work in the mansion, but now she was also a beloved member of the family. Alex grew up with a heart full of kindness, always remembering the lessons his maid had taught him. Years later, as Mr. Thompson sat with his family at dinner, he reflected on that one moment when a little baby cried. It had changed not only their lives but also the lives of many in Maria's village, proving that kindness can indeed create ripples of change. After their transformative trip to Mexico, Mr. Thompson decided to dedicate himself to improving the village's living conditions. He began by building a school, providing children with the education they deserved. Maria helped design the curriculum, incorporating storytelling and life skills from her own childhood. As the school opened, the villagers were filled with hope. Children who once had to work in the fields were now learning to read and write. Maria became a beloved teacher, inspiring the kids to dream bigger. Alex, now a young boy, often visited the village with his father. He played soccer with the children and shared stories of his own adventures. His friendship with Maria's family deepened, bridging two worlds through laughter and shared experiences. While the school was flourishing, challenges arose. A severe drought hit the village, threatening crops and livelihoods. Many families struggled to find enough food. Mr. Thompson, determined to help, organized a fundraiser in California, inviting prominent figures to support the cause. Maria, alongside Alex, shared heartfelt stories about the village's struggles and its vibrant spirit. The event raised significant funds, but Mr. Thompson knew it wasn't just about money. He emphasized the importance of sustainable farming practices. Together with the villagers, they implemented new techniques, teaching them how to conserve water and improve soil quality. Slowly, the village began to recover, and hope bloomed once again. As years passed, Alex and Maria's bond grew stronger. One day, while exploring the village, Alex discovered an abandoned playground. Inspired, he rallied the children and villagers to clean it up and make it a safe place for everyone. With Maria's guidance, they painted swings and slides, transforming the old space into a vibrant playground. The laughter of children filled the air, creating an atmosphere of joy and community. Mr. Thompson visited frequently, witnessing the positive changes. He often told Alex, "You're not just a boy from a mansion, you're a bridge between two worlds." Alex learned the value of friendship, kindness, and the impact of small actions. Years later, Alex, now a teenager, stood at the threshold of the village school, which had become a hub of learning and hope. He had decided to pursue a career in environmental science, inspired by the resilience of Maria's village. With Maria's support, he organized community workshops, teaching sustainable practices and environmental awareness. Together, they planted trees, cleaned rivers, and educated the villagers about preserving their land. As graduation approached, Alex felt a sense of purpose. He wanted to ensure that Maria's village thrived for generations to come. Mr. Thomson proudly watched his son grow into a compassionate young man, embodying the values of kindness and service. On the day of his graduation, Alex delivered a speech that resonated deeply with everyone. He spoke of the bonds formed through kindness, the importance of community, and the responsibility they all shared toward one another. After graduation, Alex returned to the village, bringing new ideas and projects. The village blossomed into a model of sustainability, attracting visitors who wanted to learn about their practices. Maria, now a community leader, continued to inspire others. Together, she and Alex ensured that kindness remained at the heart of everything they did. As the seasons changed, so did the ambitions of the village. Inspired by Alex's passion for environmental science, Maria and the villagers decided to start a cooperative farm. This initiative would not only provide food but also create job opportunities for many families. Alex took on the role of project manager, working alongside Maria and local farmers. They researched sustainable practices and applied for grants to fund their vision. With each passing day, the cooperative flourished, becoming a source of pride and community unity. To celebrate the success of the cooperative, the village organized a festival of kindness. It was a day filled with music, dance, and stories, where villagers showcased their crafts and culinary skills. They invited families from nearby towns, aiming to spread the spirit of community beyond their borders. Alex and Maria planned a storytelling session, where they would share tales of resilience, kindness, and the journey of the cooperative. As the sun set, the village square filled with laughter and joy, illustrating the power of togetherness. While the festival brought joy, a new challenge emerged. News spread of a devastating storm that had struck a neighboring village, leaving many homeless and in need of assistance. Alex felt compelled to help and organized a relief effort, gathering supplies, and Donati Maria joined him, rallying the villagers to contribute. They packed food, clothing, and essentials, determined to support those in crisis. Together, they loaded trucks and traveled to the affected area, bringing not just supplies but also hope and compassion. Upon reaching the neighboring village, Alex and Maria were met with gratitude and tears. They distributed supplies and listened to the stories of those affected by the storm. The shared experience of hardship brought the two villages closer together. Inspired by the resilience of the storm victims, Alex initiated a rebuilding project. Villagers from both communities joined forces, working side by side to restore homes and lives. This collaboration strengthened their bonds and ignited a sense of unity that would last for generations. As time passed, the cooperative farm continued to thrive, and the Festival of Kindness became an annual tradition. Alex, now a young adult, had completed his studies in environmental science and returned to the village with new ideas. He proposed a renewable energy project to harness solar power for the cooperative. Maria, always supportive, helped him gather community input and secure funding. The project not only provided energy but also served as a model for sustainability. Years later, as Alex stood at the cooperative's solar farm, he reflected on how far they had come. The village had transformed into a beacon of help and sustainability, inspiring others to follow their path. Maria, now a respected elder in the community, watched proudly as Alex's children played in the fields. She knew that the values of kindness, compassion, and hard work would continue to guide future generations. As they gathered for another festival of kindness, Alex took the stage, addressing the crowd. He spoke of their journey, the bonds formed, and the impact of small acts of kindness. The villagers listened intently, their hearts full of hope and determination. With each passing year, the legacy of kindness grew. Alex's children, inspired by their parents and the stories of Maria, dedicated themselves to community service, continuing the cycle of compassion. As the festival celebrated its 10th anniversary, the spirit of unity echoed louder than ever. People from far and wide came to witness the magic of a community that had transformed through love and resilience. Maria's wisdom echoed in the hearts of all, reminding them that no matter the challenges they faced, kindness would always be their guiding light. Together, they proved that when communities unite, they can overcome anything and create a future filled with hope. With the cooperative farm thriving and the festival gaining recognition, Alex decided it was time to expand their reach. He envisioned creating a training program to teach sustainable farming techniques to neighboring villages. He believed that sharing knowledge would empower others and strengthen their collective resilience. Maria, always supportive, suggested they host workshops at the cooperative. Villagers could learn about crop rotation, water conservation, and organic farming. Excited by the idea, Alex began organizing the first workshop, inviting farmers from nearby areas to participate. The day of the workshop arrived, and the cooperative buzzed with activity. Villagers prepared demonstrations, showcasing their successful farming practices. Maria opened the session with a heartfelt welcome, emphasizing the importance of collaboration and learning from one another. As the day progressed, participants engaged in hands-on activities, exchanging ideas and techniques. Alex led discussions on innovative practices, sharing his experiences from school and the projects he had studied. The atmosphere was charged with enthusiasm and camaraderie. By the end of the day, attendees left with not only new skills but also a sense of community and shared purpose. The workshop marked the beginning of a collaborative movement that would ripple through the region. Despite the initial success, challenges soon emerged. Some neighboring villages were resistant to change, clinging to traditional methods. Alex faced skepticism and reluctance, but he remained determined to demonstrate the benefits of sustainable practices. To address their concerns, he organized a community meeting, inviting both supporters and skeptics. During the meeting, he encouraged open dialogue, allowing everyone to voice their opinions and experiences. Maria shared her own story of how the cooperative transformed their village, emphasizing the positive impact it had on their lives. Gradually, the atmosphere shifted. Many began to see the potential for improvement, and discussions turned into ideas for collaboration. With renewed interest, Alex planned a follow-up workshop, this time focusing on success stories from within the community. He invited farmers who had thrived using sustainable methods to share their experiences firsthand. As the workshop unfolded, stories of increased yields, reduced costs, and improved soil health captivated the audience. Skeptics became curious, asking questions and seeking advice. By the end of the day, many expressed interest in trying out new practices, marking a turning point for the neighboring villages. Encouraged by the progress, Alex and Maria decided to establish a farmers' alliance, a network of local farmers dedicated to supporting one another and sharing resources. The alliance quickly gained traction, drawing more participants eager to learn and collaborate. The Farmers Alliance became a symbol of unity, transcending old rivalries and fostering friendships among communities. As they worked together, they organized events that celebrated their shared goals, including harvest festivals and competitions to showcase their best produce. These events not only strengthened their bonds but also attracted attention from local media. News stories began to spread about the remarkable transformation taking place, inspiring others to consider sustainable practices. Alex and Maria realized they had created something special, a community built on cooperation, resilience, and a shared vision for the future. They continued to nurture this spirit, believing that kindness and collaboration could conquer any obstacle. As the Farmers Alliance flourished, nature presented a new challenge. An unexpected infestation threatened their crops. Panic spread among the farmers, but Alex remained calm. Drawing on his studies and experience, he organized an emergency meeting. At the meeting, they brainstormed solutions together. Maria emphasized the importance of working collectively to combat the threat. They decided to implement integrated pest management strategies, combining natural remedies and sustainable practices. The farmers united, sharing resources and expertise to tackle the infestation. Together, they learned how to identify pests, monitor crops, and use organic solutions to protect their fields. Their collaboration proved effective, and soon they regained control of their farms. With the infestation behind them, the Farmers' Alliance continued to grow stronger. They developed educational materials for future generations, creating a guide to sustainable farming practices that could be shared with schools and communities. Alex and Maria recognized the importance of passing on their knowledge. They collaborated with local educators to incorporate environmental education into school curriculums, ensuring that children understood the significance of caring for the earth. As the years passed, the impact of their efforts rippled throughout the region. Nearby villages adopted similar initiatives, leading to a network of sustainable farming communities dedicated to preserving their land and supporting one another. Years later, as Alex stood in the fields of the cooperative, he reflected on their journey. The village had transformed into a model of sustainability, serving as an inspiration to others far and wide. Maria, now a respected elder, shared her wisdom with the younger generations, instilling the values of kindness and community. During the annual Festival of Kindness, Alex addressed the crowd, expressing gratitude for the journey they had shared. He emphasized the importance of dreaming big and working together for a brighter future. As the sun set over the village, the celebration brought everyone together, old and young, farmers and families, neighbors and friends. They danced, shared stories, and celebrated the power of kindness, knowing that their legacy would continue to inspire others. Years later, Alex's children carried on the traditions established by their parents and grandparents. They organized new workshops and festivals, fostering a spirit of collaboration and kindness in the next generation. Maria watched proudly as the young ones embraced the values of community and sustainability. The village continued to thrive, a testament to the power of love, resilience, and the belief that small acts of kindness could indeed change the world. And so, the cycle of kindness continued, weaving a tapestry of hope that would endure for generations to come. The end.